Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. This is Mira with Star Sisters Intuition. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night, and for today's reading we're going to be looking at your month of March 2023. To do this reading I've laid out 4 piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I'm going to add the crystals and I'll be right back. And here I've added the crystals. We start off with the yellow azestolite for pile number 1, and a popolite for pile number 2, a rose quartz heart for pile number 3, and a rainbow aura quartz tower for pile number 4. Pick whichever pile number, or crystal is calling you most, and that's going to be your reading for today. Allow your intuition to guide you, as it's going to guide you to the correct pile. And timestamps will be listed down below. Now let's head into the readings. Hello pile 1, you've chosen the yellow azestolite. I'm going to keep your crystal right here. And for your main energy we have the turtle spirit. And so the feeling I get with this is that your month of March is going to be a little bit slower. It's almost like you're taking a step back in order to come out of your shell a little bit and start exploring and expanding your knowledge, or your expanding your horizon is what I hear. And Spirit is saying not to be afraid of that, because we need slow periods as well in order to recuperate our energy, and in order to reflect and just rest. So that's what I kind of hear is because this month of March is gonna be slow, definitely take advantage of it so you can rest your energies. And I'm also hearing that you're gonna be gaining a lot more clarity and a sense of direction because of this slowness that's happening in March. I'm gonna take a few tarot cards to see what else we get for your general energies for the month. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. So some of you might be leaving an old job behind, or an old lifestyle, and moving on to something new. And the other thing I get, because this card says prosperity on it, and turtles are also associated with good luck and good fortune, I kind of hear that your fortunes are shifting, and that you're coming into a time of abundance and and prosperity and good luck. And then because we have this 8 of Cups here, you may be leaving behind situations or emotions that might have been keeping you from reaching your truest potential and from reaching your true prosperity. And maybe that's why it seems really slow this month, because you're doing a lot of moving on, and a lot of reflections on what needs to be let go of. I think you're going to be realizing that something wasn't working out, and instead of trying to put energy into forcing it to work, it's best to just move on from it and leave it behind, and move towards better things. Because what I hear is there are better things on the horizon for you, and it's just about taking the time to leave the things behind right now that aren't serving you. And that's exactly what you're doing in the month of March. And so it's going to be slow, but it's slowly bringing you to the outcome and to the better things that you would like. Now let's take a look at your tarot cards for each specific area of your life. So the first card we're going to take a look at is your relationship with yourself, and we have the 7 of Cups, which is so fitting because you have the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. And I hear that you're going to be really looking at how best to move on from any situations or any anything that may have been keeping you down or making you feel like low energy, you're really going to be doing reflections on that and seeing how best to move on from that, and what concerns need to be addressed, what like internal concerns that you have need to be addressed. Now let's take a look at your relationship with others. We have the Six of Pentacles. So there's a lot of communication happening here between you and other people. I think you're going to be spending quality time with like friends or family, or even a significant other, if that like applies. Like, take what resonates. I also kind of hear that your social media is going to be really like active. And so I think you're going to be connecting to a lot of people through social media. And so maybe you're like, if this isn't spending time with people, although I do see like you spending time with people in your life, this could also be spending more time learning from others, or spending more time with people through social media and through the internet. Your spirit guides, and because we have the fairies here, like if you believe in the fairies, they're connecting you to connections that you may have been looking for, and that could be like this new beginning, because you're beginning new relationships. You could be finding new friendships. I don't really get like a romantic vibe from this. I kind of get friendships. So like people across the world, or maybe in different areas than you, different locations, and helping you find your soul tribe or your soul family, who you may not know per se, but when you connect to them, it feels like you've known them for a really long time. And now for your career and or schooling, we have the Six of Swords, which literally fits so perfectly with this, because the Eight of Cups has a similar vibe of leaving something behind, and with the Six of Swords, you're leaving rough waters behind and coming into a calmer time in your career or school. Like things may have been really turbulent and rocky in the last few months or few weeks or whatever, but things are slowing down in March. So you're in your career and schooling, you're coming to a calmer time, and you're leaving behind any energy that was like feeling overwhelming, and using your time more efficiently. I hear like using your mind to save your body is what I'm hearing. So I think you're going to be doing a lot of mental work and moving away from any habits that may have been hindering you in your career and schooling. And the other thing I'm hearing is that there's going to be some fast changes happening in your career and school. All of those changes are to help you come into a calmer time, to move out of the rough waters. And you might be connecting with someone who can help you, almost like a mentor or a guide, somebody who can help you learn the ropes is what I hear. But it could also just be like the energy around you is helping you, or you're helping yourself through your actions and your mind. And now let's look at your spiritual journey. We have the Four of Wands. So what I get is that you're going to be celebrating your spiritual journey so far and where you've come in your life. Celebrating like how far along you've come in your life. And the other thing I'm getting, this card can deal with marriages. So maybe some of you are gonna be getting married or looking to commit yourself, because we have it in this as your spiritual journey. And to me anyways, marriage is a spiritual connection between two people. So yeah, for some of you this could indicate marriage, or connecting yourself to that on that like spiritual and deep level to another person. And like if this doesn't deal with marriage, it could be connecting to like a friendship or something of that nature on that deep spiritual level. And if this doesn't deal, like I said, with marriage or anything like that, again, this could just be celebrating your spiritual journey and enjoying where you are currently on your spiritual journey, and just taking time to just really enjoy where you're at in your spiritual journey and the growth that you've had. What I hear is like basking in the moment. And the other thing that this could indicate is that spiritually you're aligning yourself with like the things that you want to manifest and the things that you want to bring into your life, and putting yourself in like a higher vibrational state so that you can bring in whatever it is that you want in your life. Which makes sense with the 8 of Cups here, because it's about leaving things behind. So you could be leaving those like lower vibrational things behind that aren't bringing you what you want, and then putting yourself in that higher vibrational state. And that might be why things are becoming more calmer, and that could also be why we have such a like a slow energy for the month of March. And that could also be why you have the 6 of Pentacles here, because you're connecting to people that are actually at the same vibrational frequency as you, and you're like leaving behind any relationships that don't vibe with you. And that's really interesting, because I've gotten this message now in a few readings. I think they were a few, like the last monthly reading, a similar message came out. But it's been coming out often, so maybe just collectively a lot of people are looking to change their relationships and find ones that better align to them. And now let's take a look at your personal journey. We have the 2 of Cups, which, wow, so many of your cards are talking about a relationship or connections with others. And so maybe some of you are getting married or committing yourself to a deep relationship, committing yourself to a new relationship. I also hear in your personal life, you're just coming to more reciprocity in not only just your relationships with others, but bringing that reciprocity in the relationship with yourself. And I kind of hear finding balance too. Learning to find balance in relationships. And that could be like, again, we said the relationship with yourself or a relationship with others. Or just finding balance in your personal life so that you can dedicate time to the relationship with other people, as well as the relationship with yourself and all the other things that you have going on. And I'm actually getting a really interesting message with this card, that things that have been lying under the surface and things that have been hidden for a while are going to be revealed and like coming up to the surface. And so, take that as it applies. But that was a very interesting message. So in your personal life, there's going to be some things that have been hidden for a while that are going to be coming up. They don't look like bad things. In fact, because this is the 2 of Cups, it kind of looks like good things that's going to help you come into balance and help you balance out your relationships. But I just get the sense that hidden things are coming to light. And that's also the kind of the vibe I get with this 7 of Cups, like hidden things are being revealed. So perhaps it's you that's revealing some things that you may have been hiding or keeping like buried down, and because you're releasing that finally, it's like allowing for balance in your personal life and balance in your relationships. and allowing for free communication, like open communication in your relationships. Now let's take one card from this deck to see what else Spirit would like to add. We have back on task and take note. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine-tuning. And take note, it's kind of interesting that you have 22 here, which breaks down to a 4. And we've been talking about like finding that balance. So maybe it's also finding balance in your home life. Take note, your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. And like we've been saying, this month is going to be a slower month for you so that you can quiet things down and like tune in to the things that are around you. And it's really interesting that you have I think these are seals and then a seal right here as well. So somehow a seal might be important to you. And it's interesting because like the word seal, when you seal something, you put it away and it's like closed, and we were talking about hidden things. So either the animal seal or like an actual like seal of some sort is going to be important in March for you. Now let's take one card from this deck to see what zodiac sign is going to be most prominent for you in the month of March. This could be a reflection of your own or somebody else's, or just the general energies as well. What zodiac sign? Whoa. 1 second, let me grab that. And so we have Capricorn, and it's really interesting because this card, when I was cleansing this deck before this reading, flew out and it did the same thing again. So yeah, that Capricorn energy seems to be is going to be really important, and I feel like it's going to like shake things up is what I'm hearing. So this could be that you're a Capricorn and you're shaking things up in your life, or somebody else is a Capricorn and they're coming in and helping you like change things, or it could just be that like that general energy of Capricorn, of like the goat, the horned goat, because that's what Capricorn is. So you could be like, you could feel like you have so much energy building up in the month of March, and you may need a outlet for this energy. And because of the 10, I get the Wheel of Fortune vibes. So I think there's going to be a lot of like randomness in March, like a lot of different things happening. But yeah, there just seems like an energy of things being all over the place. And maybe that's exactly why your month may seem a little slow, especially like towards the beginning and middle is what I feel. And then towards the end, like things might pick up and become quicker. Now let's take one card from this deck to end this reading off. What else? We have Dance. Take inspiration from the moonlight dancing on the surface of the sea. So one thing I get is like, do things that light up your passions and light up your like inner spark. While you have this slowness, take that time to dance and to find things that light up your inner light and light you up and make you feel high vibe, like we were saying. And that way you're going to be able to move towards any goals you may have and move away from any like stuck energies that you may have been feeling. Pal number 1, thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I really hope you enjoy your month of March. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I just saw 111, so I think you're going to be manifesting a lot of harmony, and like harmony in your relationships is what I hear. What was I saying? If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when I upload. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. You've chosen the Apophyllite. I'm going to keep your crystal right here. And now let's take a look at your general energies. We have the Hawk Spirit. So right off the bat, I'm getting the sense that you're going to be very determined and very focused. And I think you're going to start to hone in on the vision that you have for your life and anything that you want to go after. I feel like you're really doing it, like you're making moves in the month of March, and you're taking action on anything that you may have been waiting on or waiting for. So the month of March seems like a very action-oriented month and like goal-oriented with a clear vision. So yeah, you're gaining clarity and moving forward really quickly on things that you have been wanting to do. You may be moving as well. Some of you, that might apply to a few of you. Moving homes or moving jobs or something along those lines, but there's a lot of movement and like fast energy with clarity and focus and determination. Now I want to add a few tarot cards to see anything else for the general energies in your month of March. What else? We have Justice. So I get the sense that you're going to be looking for answers and seeking the truth and looking to gain clarity on anything that you may have been confused around, and just being like honest, open and honest. And yeah, looking for the truth, like gaining clarity so you can see the truth. And for example, like if this dealt with moving, being honest and truthful with how much resources you would need in order to move to where it is that you want to move towards, so that you gain that clarity on what you need in order to move, and then you can start making that happen. Let's take one more card for the general energy. Okay, well, we have two, or three. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. You could also be moving away from past hurts and learning how to overcome any obstacles or any challenges that might be presented. We have Truth twice here, so you're definitely seeking clarity and looking for the truth behind things, not just being content with, like, you're not going to be content until you find the truth, until you are able to actually seek that truth. And because we have the Eight of Wands here with the Hawk, you have clear skies and like really fast movement happening. So yeah, I get the sense that you're moving away from any past hurts or any obstacles and challenges that may have been holding you back, because now you're finally gaining clarity and seeking the truth, and moving forward like very quickly in order to make your dreams and your goals or whatever it is that you want a reality. Wow, pile number 2, there's so much fast movement happening here. A lot of like fiery energy is what I'm feeling. I think your mind is going to be really like ignited, like it's like on fire. It's so ready to go and get things done and accomplish things. Like you're very motivated this month in March. And that's really exciting. There's a lot of like zest for life, I hear. The next card we have is the relationship with yourself, and we have the 3 of Wands. So again, more fiery energy. But yeah, I think you're examining things. Wow, this is wild. You have a magnifying glass here. You have the hawk, which also, like, hawks have really keen vision. And with the magnifying glass, it's almost like zooming in on the things that you want and really being able to gain that clarity. So in terms of the relationship with yourself, I think you're just gaining more clarity on what you want out of that relationship and how to move forward. It's almost like you're really working with your energies in order to accomplish all the goals that you have. And I get the sense that like you're taking care of your needs this month too. And I get the sense that you're taking care of your needs so that you can move forward and like achieve the things that you want. The next card we have is your relationship with others, and we have the Chariot. Again, another card talking about movement. So maybe you're making moves in your relationship with others. You're going out with friends, you're exploring, you're taking time to invest in the relationship with others. I think things are going to be happening quickly. So maybe you're going to be making new friendships or deepening the relationships that you have currently. For whatever reason, I keep hearing the train and car noises, which usually when I film, they don't really, like, they aren't really prominent or something I actually pay attention to, but for some reason right now it's like I'm really picking up on it. And so somehow I think that's going to be significant for you. I feel like you're moving full steam ahead, and Spirit is saying to like exercise some caution in your relationships. Don't be so quick to make friends with people that you don't really know yet. Take your time to get to know people before you start calling them friends, and before you move into a relationship with someone. Like, just get to know that person a little bit better is what I hear. But yeah, there's definitely movement happening in your relationship with other people. This could also indicate that some of you might be moving in with a roommate, like a significant other, or something along those lines. You might be moving in with somebody, or just moving forward on your relationships and spending time with people. Now let's take a look at your career and our schooling. We have the 5 of Cups. And it's kind of interesting because when I was shuffling for this card, it flew out of the deck, but it didn't reveal itself to me. So I kind of feel like there may be some things in your school or your career that are moving fast, but there's just that you might not really see yet. Or maybe you are seeing them. Maybe in the month of March you are finally seeing the things that are happening in your career and school. Maybe you're finally being honest with yourself on how your career or school has been making you feel. And you might be looking for a change or like something new, because perhaps what you're doing currently is just not fulfilling you, and it's leaving you feeling depleted, and it's just not fulfilling for you. And maybe you have a couple of things on the side, like this could be us working a job that really isn't fulfilling and not giving enough attention to maybe the business or the other career that we've been trying to pursue that actually aligns with our heart and that actually aligns with us. And so I think you're finally looking at things and gaining clarity and being honest and truthful with yourself on how your job or your career or your school is making you feel. I hear that you're going to be trying something new in March that, if you give it a chance, is going to speak so much more to your your inner self, and it's going to be in so much more alignment with you. And it's going to help you advance in your career or schooling, and heal any old anything that needs to be healed so that you can move on. But yeah, in terms of your career and your schooling, I feel like you're just looking for something new, because what you've been doing may not feel fulfilling anymore. And maybe at one point you did enjoy what you were doing, but it could be keeping you from pursuing the things that you actually want to pursue, and so like holding you back in a way, or making you feel depleted. Because maybe the other thing that I'm getting is that you might have taken up too many responsibilities or too many things in terms of your career and your schooling. You might be trying to do too many things, and because of that you could be feeling depleted. But either way, the month of March is all about figuring out how to move away from this depleted energy. Now let's take a look at your spiritual journey. We have the 9 of Cups. So what I get is that you're exploring your emotions on a deeper level. It's almost like you're emerging from the depths to really understand your emotions and come to a place of fulfillment. I think spiritually you're trying to understand how you can find this fulfillment and how you can walk towards it. And that might be another thing that you're gaining clarity on and seeking truth for, seeking truth within yourself to find out how you feel fulfilled and how you can walk towards that, and what isn't fulfilling you currently. But yeah, just like spiritually, I feel like you're just figuring things out, figuring out how you can fulfill your self, and figuring out what you need to do in order to walk towards fulfillment. And a message I'm getting from Spirit is that because you have so much energy and so much passion working for you in March, I hear Spirit telling you to take some time to make sure you're not depleting yourself. And take time to rejuvenate these energies and not just continue go, because if you do that, then you're going to feel exceedingly depleted towards the end of the month. So yeah, bringing a balance and making sure that you use this energy to help you, but at the same time take a step back and rejuvenate your energies. rest is what I'm hearing. Make sure to take time for rest. The next card we have is for your personal journey, and we have the King of Wands. And again, like another fiery energy. So yeah, in your personal life, there's going to be a lot of fiery energy and a lot of like fast movement that's going to be happening. And I get the sense that you're going to be learning how to direct your inner fire and your inner light towards the things that you want. I also get the sense that you're up leveling, like you're becoming the king, regardless of gender, you're becoming the king and stepping into that like leadership energy, that energy of leadership and being a leader in your life. I also hear that you're inspiring others to this month so that they can take control of their life. But you're definitely in control and moving towards your goals and up-leveling yourself. And just becoming the king. Like, wow, the fact that you had the King of Wands, that you have so many wand cards. And like to end it off with the King of Wands as your personal journey. Like, yeah, you're becoming the king of your life. March is going to be really, really beautiful for you. Now I'm going to take a few cards from this deck to see what advice Spirit has. Clearing the excess. You are entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. So focus on clearing as well this month. Clearing your physical space as well, figuring out what things in your physical space are not really serving you and maybe making you feel depleted, as well as clearing out any like stuck energies and allowing for this flow to really happen, because like I said, you have so much high energy coming towards you in the month of March. Just making sure you make room for it will help you to use it in the best way possible. And because of the 9 here, with 18 it becomes 9, and then you also have the 9 of Cups here, I kind of get the feeling that all of this is so you can end a current like phase in your life or a current chapter of your life and start moving towards something better, moving towards a new chapter, moving towards something new. Now let's take one card from this deck to see what zodiac sign is going to be most prominent. We have Mercury, which is obviously not a zodiac sign, but Mercury deals with our mind too. And what this tells me is that in March, like the energy of Mercury is really going to be strong around you. And that, like, Mercury, like I said, deals with the mind, communication, and like knowledge. So I feel like you're gaining a lot of knowledge in the month of March. This doesn't have to be like informal schooling, but it could be like just educating yourself through the world and through different means, because obviously before formal education, people learned just from the world around us. So that's what I kind of get, is that you're really just learning from the world around you, and you're starting to apply that knowledge to like help you further your desires and your goals and like achieve them. And yeah, and I get the sense that you're learning how to communicate any ideas or anything that you may have that you've been like holding on in your mind. You're finally learning how to communicate that to other people, or to really make it happen. And the last thing that I'm getting, because Mercury is associated with Gemini and Virgo, those two signs could be really important for you in the month of March. So that could be a reflection of your sun, moon, and rising, or somebody else, or just the general energies of Gemini and Virgo. And like Gemini is all about that twin energy. So pay attention to the energy that you put out, because that's the energy that you're going to get back. And then with Virgo, I think Spirit is saying to keep an open mind and explore the different things that come up and give things a chance, is what I hear. Like, obviously, do your due diligence in research, but be open to the possibilities, is what I'm hearing. Now let's take one last card to end this. Thank you. We have travel. Seeing the surface of the ocean is not the same as diving deep to see the coral. So yeah, like, I think I got a travel vibe with the eagle, or no, the hawk, sorry. Yeah, there's definitely a travel vibe here, and with the Three of Wands can also indicate travel. So maybe some of you are traveling to find out like where you want to settle or where you want to be for now. But this could also just be, like we were saying, being open to exploring new things and expanding your horizons. Pile number 2, thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I really enjoyed your reading, and I hope you enjoy your month of March. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when I upload. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. You've chosen the Rose Quartz Heart. I'm going to keep your crystal right here. And now we'll check your general energies. You have the Dolphin Spirit. So I think the month of March is going to be a very playful month for you. And I also get the sense that you're going to be communicating a lot more in the month of March. So like you're learning how best to communicate with yourself or with other people, but you're definitely communicating a lot more. Maybe this has to do with like your job opening up more opportunities for communication, and that's really interesting because my throat is acting funny and that hasn't happened. So yeah, definitely your throat chakra is very active this month, and you're opening up in your communication style. You may also be releasing some things that might have been keeping you tense or like making you feel a lot of pressure. I feel like you're going to be releasing pressure, especially emotional pressure. I feel like this month in March, you're going to be releasing a lot of emotional baggage, and maybe that's why your communication is also opening up, because like through communicating, you're releasing this emotional baggage that may have been weighing you down, or like that you've been carrying with you for a while. And so you're feeling so much more free. And I feel like the freedom aspect is coming towards the end of the month, but during the beginning of the month is when you're really working on releasing any of this pressure or any of these emotions that have been holding you down or weighing you down. And then towards the end of the month, I see you just becoming so much more free. Like I get the image of birds flying, like being set free from a cage. So yeah, I feel like freedom is coming to you in the month of March, especially towards the end. And it's really interesting because a cloud just came over my area right now, and so it blocked out the sun. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, the cloud really just came over and blocked out the sun. So what I'm getting from that is that there may be some things that the sun's coming back out. Okay, so what I get is that there may be some things that are being clouded over. Some, like your inner light may have been clouded over or suppressed for a really long time. And I feel like in this month of March, you're finally figuring out how to start start removing those clouds, how to start moving those clouds away and allowing your light to shine, allowing your light to come forward. And I think that's what's helping you become more playful and like more in your childlike energy. Now let's take a few more tarot cards to see the general energies of your month. We have the 10 of Wands. So yeah, definitely that burden and that heaviness that I was talking about. I feel like you're learning how to release that in this month. And then we have Temperance. So you're finding balance and learning how best to work on this release and take time to have a little bit of fun with a little bit of like seriousness with another little bit of fun. Like you're balancing those two, and so through that you're being able to release these burdens. And like while your responsibilities might not decrease, your way of seeing them as a burden is definitely decreasing. So it's not like despite having like a lot of responsibilities, it's not weighing you down because you're learning how to have that fun and still fulfill your responsibilities. And also release, again, like we were saying, release that like feeling of burden and release that weight that may have been holding you down for a while, like several months is what I'm getting. And so this deck has words on it. The Temperance card says healing and guidance. So yeah, just like we were saying with Dolphin Spirit, you're finding that healing through releasing that pressure, and you're being guided out of these like burdensome times. And the 10 of Wands says burden and grounding. So yeah, again, like maybe grounding will be really beneficial for you in the month of March, and learning how to ground your emotions might be beneficial so that you can really come to understand them and so work to release them. Now let's take a look at your tarot cards for the specific areas in your life. And so for the relationship with yourself, we have, wow, guys, you have Temperance here and here. So yeah, you're definitely learning how to come into balance in the relationship with yourself. You're working to, and it's really interesting to me that you guys picked the Rose Quartz heart, because that literally deals with our heart space and finding that like harmony and that calm. And so I think this is all happening because you're working on the relationship with yourself, because you're dedicating time to the relationship with yourself. It's helping you to understand your emotions and then release them in a healthy way, and while having fun, like working on balancing having fun and also doing like that inner shadow work, because obviously shadow work is necessary in order for us to understand our shadow side and understand our deeper like internal self. But if we just live in shadow work, we kind of move away from the fun, lively energy of life. So it's about having both, and I think that's exactly what you're working on in March, is learning to have a bit of both, a bit of fun as well as a bit of like internal work. I'm also hearing that you're no longer concerned with how other people perceive you. Like you're really moving away from being concerned about how other people perceive you and doing things to look cool or to please others. Like you're really stepping away from that energy and making a lot of major changes in March. And now let's take a look at your relationship with others in March, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. I kind of get the sense that you're not really going to be spending a whole lot of time with other people in March. I kind of get the sense that it's more of like a solitary energy or work, because you're doing like this inner work. And so I feel like you're going to be spending more time with yourself than anything, but that's not to say that you're going to be isolated and that you're not going to see people at all. I feel like you are going to see people, and you're going to be very intentional with the people you do see. And I kind of get the sense that there's going to be some people from your past or like older relationships that you're either reconnecting with or just thinking about. And this doesn't mean that you're like an ex is coming back, because that's not what I see here, but I kind of get the sense that somebody, like an older relationship that you've had for a long time, or like a past relationship that maybe you guys haven't recently been in touch, either that person is reaching out or you're reaching out to them, and it just kind of seems like a checkup, almost like, how have you been type of thing. Overall, though, your relationship with others, I see, is gonna be slower during the month of March. It's not really like you're getting into a new relationship, and even if you do get into a new relationship, it's slowly starting. It's nothing like super quick or super fast. Like, things are slowly progressing. Like, this could be a friendship or like a romantic relationship. But either way, there's slowness in your relationship with others. And I get a message from Spirit to embrace the slowness and get to know the people that you want to build a strong connection with. And just take your time, is what I hear. Don't try to rush into anything, because it's going to feel very forced. And rather just allow things to like unfold at their natural pace. So even if you're not seeing a whole lot of people in the month of March, or if things just seem slow in the relationship department, like, this could again deal with a romantic relationship, but it could also deal with just a family or friends or something of that sort. Spirit is saying to just allow things to flow and try not to be forcefully going too fast in a relationship. Because what I get is that they want you to take this time to really invest in yourself. And if your energy is being diverted into moving really quickly in relationships, you're going to feel very drained, and you won't have the same energy to put towards yourself, is what I hear. And now for your career and our school, we have death. So don't be afraid seeing this. It doesn't mean that you're going to lose your job, but it could just indicate a change. Maybe a change in positions, a change in your job. Maybe you decide to leave your job for something else. Or again, like I said, your position might be changing. Or in school, maybe you're changing your field of study, or there's some type of change happening here. So it's really interesting, because I had to sneeze, but the sneeze didn't come out. So what that kind of tells me is that I don't think you're making any solid moves yet in your career and or schooling, but you feel like you need a change. And so I think you're starting to look into how you can bring this change into that area, into your career and our schooling, and how you can almost remove yourself from the things that aren't really vibing with you in your career and or schooling. For example, if you currently in your job feel like it's not leaving enough time for you to be able to dedicate to other things in your life, then you might be looking to see how you can maybe reduce your hours or rearrange your schedule to fit better. But this, whatever this change is, because it's a major arcana and we have death, it's a pretty big change, but it's bringing you closer to what is actually in alignment with you. You're feeling victorious, almost, is what I hear. Like you finally overcame the challenges or the that feeling that you've been having nagging at you. It's like you finally overcame that to make that change. What I hear is you finally had the confidence to make that change, and that's what's happening in March. You're finally gaining that confidence in order to make the change necessary in your career or your job or your schooling. Another thing I'm getting is that this is gonna unfold over the next several months. I don't think this is just for this month. I get like the next 4 months are going to be really like heavily connected to this change that's happening in March. And I kind of get the sense that this is like mid to the late March, although it could be at any time, but that's just the feeling that I get. Now for your spiritual journey, we have the King of Cups, and I absolutely love this because we've kind of been talking about how you're learning how to create release any emotional baggage that may have been holding you back. And so spiritually, I feel like you're stepping into this role of confidence and knowing your true worth and really having a good understanding of your emotions and how to best navigate around your emotions so they're not controlling you, but also they're not being suppressed. I also get the sense that there's a lot of spiritual growth happening in March, and that could be, again, like we said, due to this like balance and this inner work that you're doing in order to release these burdens and these feelings of burdens. But yeah, there's a lot of like growth and up-leveling happening in your spiritual journey. And I hear that you're going to be looking towards the future. You're going to be figuring out what it is that you want in your future and starting to create that change now so that you can bring that future, like you're really looking at what future timeline you want to align with and bringing the changes necessary now in order to align to that timeline, is what I hear. And I also get the sense that your crown chakra is going to be opening up really heavily, and you're going to be receiving so much information and downloads. So be prepared for that. And I think take time to process that information and those downloads that you receive so that it doesn't overwhelm you or feel like a burden. And I get the feeling that through this spiritual up-leveling and through your spiritual journey, you're gaining a lot of wisdom and knowledge and a deeper understanding of your emotions and your intuition as well. I feel like you're connecting on a really deep level to your intuition and learning how best to use that in order to create the changes that you want, especially in terms of your career or schooling or in that area, but also just in general, the changes in your life that you want. And then taking action on that. And it's really wild to me how you have a major arcana, a court card, another major arcana, and a court card. So I get the sense that you're going to be evaluating the patterns that you've developed or the habits that you've developed and looking to see how you can maybe create a new pattern that's more in alignment with what you want. Because we have so many major arcanas in the court cards, I'm getting the sense that this has to do with like your life patterns. And literally the fact that we had the 2 temperance cards here tells me that all of this has to do with finding that balance that we were talking about earlier, where you have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and in order to create that balance, so a little bit of fun with a little bit of inner work, so you're feeling balanced. And yeah, the month of March is all about bringing in whatever you need to bring in or in order to create that balance. And now let's take a look at your personal journey. We have the Queen of Swords, so another court card. Because the Queen broke the pattern that we were seeing, I think, like I said, I think you're breaking out of old patterns and old ways of conducting yourself and doing your business, because it's really interesting. The Queen of Swords is the only card here that's actually facing forward. And what that tells me is that in your personal journey right now, you're really focused on the here and now, the present, and on yourself and what your mind, your emotions, and what you need in order to feel balanced, in order to feel fulfilled and happy, while also ensuring that you're able to maintain and enforce like the boundaries with others and with yourself that you need in order to, again, maintain this balance. I get the sense that in your personal life, things might feel a little bit fast, but you are taking things slow. So like when we said your relationship with others is slow, I think it's slow because you're taking it slowly. So I think this Knight of Pentacles represents you taking it slowly. And then again, another crown is here. So there's definitely crown chakra activation happening. And your thoughts are going to be very important. So pay attention to your thoughts, especially during like the slower times, so like the evening and when things are not as hectic. But in general, just pay attention to your thoughts. And maybe keep like a journal or something where you can write your prominent thoughts down. Even your dreams as well. Pay attention to your dreams, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of important dreams happening. Some of these dreams might involve people from your past. People like an ex or old friendships and old relationships, and or it could just be like old events from the past, maybe like old places that you visited back in the day, things like that. But your dreams and your thoughts are going to be very important. So keeping a dream journal or just a journal in general where you can write down your thoughts and your dreams is going to help you to release these burdens and not make it so you feel overwhelmed by all the thoughts and the downloads that are coming in. Now let's take one card from this deck to see any advice that Spirit would like to give. Ooh. Right. Be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energies. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future. Wow. Literally everything we've been talking about this entire reading is summed up in this card. So I think by being present, you're really going to be shifting your like foundation and your home life and your roots is what I hear. So there's a lot of like major shifts happening for you in the month of March, and by being present through it all, you are creating a massive change in your life. Like it's almost like you're jumping timelines is what I hear. Like you're you were on one path, but that path wasn't leading you to the outcome you wanted. So you're shifting everything up to get onto a completely different path that is bringing you what you want and in alignment with what you desire for your life. That's a really powerful message, pile number 3. Wow. All right, now let's take one card from this deck to see what zodiac sign will be most prominent for you in the month of March. This could be a reflection of your own or somebody else that's going to be significant to you. Thank you. So somebody significant and a fire sign. This could also just be the general energy of the fire sign. So Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. We are approaching Aries season soon. So maybe Aries season is going to be really significant for you. Or maybe you are in Aries. Or you could just have significant fire sign placement in your chart. But I think what this is also saying is that a significant change is happening and it's sparking the inner fire within you. And you are an active creator of this change. It's not like, I don't really see the sense that external situations are happening to bring this change, but what I rather see is that you are bringing the change. There may be an external circumstance that's happening in order to create that, but I really get the sense that this is you. You're taking control in order to bring this change, and that is really beautiful. All right, now let's take one last card to end this reading off. Thank you. Self-care. Yeah, definitely taking care of yourself in March is going to be important. Finding balance within doing, like we said, doing that inner work, but also having time for fun and play and caring for yourself. Drowning does not always require water. So when we were talking about your burdens, what burdens are overwhelming you and how can you transmute it into something that is going to allow you to release. And like we said, find that release and that feeling of freedom. And that's exactly what I see you doing in March. So yeah, definitely self-care is going to be really important in March, caring for your mind, your emotions, and your body. Pal number 3, I really enjoyed your reading. I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I really hope you enjoy your month of March and find the balance that is going to help you create the change that you want. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when I upload. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another reading. Bye. Hello, Pal 4. You've chosen the Rainbow Aura Quartz Tower. I'm going to keep, your crystal right here. And right before I started your reading, I got like a really strong scent of something fresh and clean. So I'm really interested to see how that applies in your reading. This is your general energy, and we have lizard. So the first message that came up is that for some of you, you're going to be having a significant travel opportunity coming up in March. Either you are traveling in March or you're making plans to travel in March. And then the other thing that I get with this is that the month of March is going to feel like very fast for you. It's almost like there's going to be times of slowness, but overall, you're going to feel like you're moving through the month of March very quickly. I also get the sense that there might be some significant changes happening in March. So maybe you had some plans to do things one way, and there might be like changes happening, so you're going to have to alter your plans or something along those lines. I don't get a bad energy from this. In fact, I feel like the alterations or the changes that's happening is actually turning into something better that you couldn't have imagined. And on this lizard, the claws are really sticking out to me, so I get the sense that you're protecting your energies a lot in this month. I also get the sense that this month is going to be heavy in visualization for you, visualizing what you want the month to look like, what you want the next month to look like. I kind of feel like you're also reevaluating your goals and seeing where you are in terms of your goals and how on track you are to achieving your goals. These could be like big goals, but they could also be small goals. Take it as it applies, of course. Now let's take a few tarot cards to see anything else for your general energies in the month of March. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, so definitely unexpected changes happening, unexpected shifts. But those shifts, like I said, are bringing you to a better outcome. And there may be some random events happening that you didn't expect. But when they do happen, it's actually fun and exciting. It's not going to be very boring. That's what I get. It's very exciting. There's a lot of stuff happening, and a lot of it is going to be unexpected, but it'll be really fun regardless. Anything else? Thank you. We have the Devil and the Knight of Wands, and because these came out together, I'm going to keep them like this, which I usually don't do, but for whatever reason I felt like doing in this one. I see that there may be some temptations because of like these unexpected events and a lot of like this random energy and flighty energy is what I hear. That there may be some temptations to act on impulses, and Spirit is saying to be like cautious of that and not make impulsive decisions, but like think about your decisions before you act on them. For example, like if a friend wants to go on a trip and maybe it's just not really possible for you to take that trip right now. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities at the moment, or maybe it's like financially it doesn't fit, then reevaluating whether it would make sense to take that trip or not, and then like making a decision based on your evaluations and not just like an impulse buy is what I hear. But regardless, the Devil can also talk about things that excite us. There may be temptations, but it might be tempting because it's really exciting to us. And so the other thing I get from that is that there's going to be a lot of quick, exciting events happening in your life, like we were saying. And again, just be cautious about like the things that you are allowing in, because there is the temptation here to kind of fall off track or to do and make an impulse buy and then maybe regret it later. So just being aware of that will help you. And there may be periods of slowness, but even then I feel like in those slowness it's more of to catch your breath rather than it just being naturally slow is what I hear. Now let's take a look at the tarot cards for your specific areas. We have the relationship with yourself, which we have the Page of Pentacles. what I get with that you're gonna feel so much more like a kid again and reconnect to your inner child and just be in this like excited and curious energy is what I hear. Like you're piquing your curiosity. And yeah, connecting to your inner child. That's a really strong message that keeps coming up. So in the month of March, I see you connecting to your inner child and really making it a point to bring that out a little bit more and have that fun, because like the rainbow reminds me of like the rain clearing, and now everything is, wow, that's so interesting. Everything is clean and washed away, and I got, right before I started your reading, I got that scent of fresh cleanness, or fresh clean scent. And yeah, I feel like things are being cleared away in the relationship with yourself. You've done a lot of work in order to clear any old baggages and a lot of like heavy energy, and now it's about connecting to your inner child so that you can enjoy and have that fun, that sense of fun and curiosity. And I also just get the sense that you're going to be learning about your physical needs so much more. Like you're exploring your physical needs and learning about how you can meet those needs. And then the other thing I get is that you're also connecting to your spirit guides and learning about who your spirit guides is, who your spirit team is, and starting to open up to them and connect to them. And I also hear that you're overcoming fears in a lively energy. So you're working to overcome your fears by bringing in an upbeat energy. It's a very interesting message, but yeah, take it as it resonates. Now let's take a look at your relationship with others. We have the Six of Cups, so another card talking about that childlike energy. And so what I get with this is that you might be releasing any old emotions and like any old baggage in your relationships, so that you can feel free and more open in those relationships. And yeah, I feel like you're feeling more lively and happy in your relationships, more free and more confident is what I get too. Like confident in yourself and not feeling like your relationships have to fulfill a certain aspect of your life, but rather it's almost like you're connecting by being confident in yourself. And I just get the sense that you're so much more happy and more free, and so you're exploring and trying new things and really like venturing out. Like almost, I just keep hearing the word adventure. So I feel like you're venturing out of your comfort zone, and you're connecting to old relationships, also like new relationships. You might be like gaining a lot of like acquaintances or making a new friend or something along those lines, or just being more talkative and more social. But you're definitely socializing with others. And because I hear adventure and socializing, I'm getting the sense that you're trying new things, and through trying new things, you're meeting new people and gaining more acquaintances and friendships and things of those nature. Now let's take a look at your career and your school. We have the Page of Wands. So, wow, you have 2 pages here. Again, so much childlike energy. I feel like in your career and schooling, you're connecting to your like inner spark and really working to build and learn about your desires. I hear that you're going to feel refreshed and recharged in your career and our schooling. And so because of that, like, you're able to move forward and learn and grow. I'm getting the sense that there's a fresh new inspiration that you're working towards, or that you start working on, and it's really piquing your interest. So there's something in your career and our school that's starting to pique your interest, something fresh and new, and it's just so interesting that you have that coming up again, because it's like a theme in your month of March is freshness and newness and like sparks of energy and inspiration, like just newness all around. There's a lot of like fresh energy coming in and things that are piquing your interest and making you feel more invigorated and like willing and ready to make moves and learn and to grow. For some of you, this could be a new job as well, a new job opportunity that you're taking advantage of, or it could be like learning something new, learning a new skill. And for some of you, I get the sense that this doesn't have to do with formal schooling, but it's more of like doing your own research and learning about a topic that you're really passionate about and becoming like a lot more knowledgeable about it. The next card we have is for your spiritual journey, and we have the moon. So what I actually feel from this is that you're speaking your truth. You're not backing down anymore to hide your spiritual truth. You're speaking it with confidence, and you're not caring about what other people really think. And if other people don't like what you have to say, you're kind of just moving on from that and not really allowing it to bother you. I also get the sense that you're really finding your path spiritually. You're finding your path and figuring out how to connect to your intuition and allow your intuition to guide you. But there's a lot of like deep spiritual connection and guidance happening. So I think you're just learning and exploring your spiritual self on a much deeper level. And already I feel like you have been doing that. And in the month of March, it seems like things are becoming far more connected. I'm also hearing that through this spiritual connection and through this guidance, you're figuring out your path in life and what you want, where you want to go. And like we said, because there's so much fresh and new energy and so many things going on, I think you're really just exploring and being open to allowing your intuition to guide you to new things and new events, and just exploring is what I hear. Exploring yourself, but also your external environment, and trying new things, and just being guided by your intuition, and not really being overly concerned with what others have to say and with what others are doing. You're really just connecting back to yourself, and like we said, connecting to your inner child. And it's also interesting to me that we had the first thing that I felt was travel. So I really do feel like there's gonna be a travel opportunity coming up, and this doesn't have to be a really big travel opportunity. It could be like a small thing, or traveling to like within your state or your country, or just going in your own city to a place that you've never been to, trying something new. And I think that is being led by your intuition. It's almost like your intuition has been calling you there and you've kind of been putting it off, but in the month of March, you're really taking action on it and you're just going for it. So now let's take a look at your personal journey. We have the 10 of Cups being reversed. What I get from this is that you're starting to take a look at how you can find fulfillment and what things in your life are currently keeping you from feeling that fulfillment. And like we said, because there's a rush of like new and exciting energies, I think you're really doing a lot of evaluation to see, out of all these things that are happening in your life, what of this is actually fulfilling to you. So all the things that are going on in your life, it's all about exploring to see what fulfills you. And that's why you're trying new things, because some things that we try, we don't actually like it, but we would never know unless we try. And I guess that's exactly what your month of March is like. If I don't try anything, I'll never know, so might as well just try it. So don't be afraid that you had the 10 of Cups reversed, because it's actually not a bad card. It's really just saying that you haven't found your full and true fulfillment yet, but that's what this month is about. And I don't feel like this is just about this month. I feel like this month is just a catalyst to you figuring out what things fulfill you and how to find that fulfillment. And it's like a catalyst month for you, is what I hear. Now let's take one card from this deck to see. Oh, thank you. We have disengage from outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. So maybe that's also why it's connecting to your, talking about connecting to your inner child, because through doing that connection, you'll be able to forgive yourself and others and release any worries and truly step into this explorative phase to find your true fulfillment. And this is so interesting that you have shedding the old with the lizard here, also talking about shedding the old, which like lizards shed their skin as well, so that's why I get that. There's a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you will be able to see these new prospects. And wow, that's so interesting. We've literally been talking about adventure in this entire reading. So I think Spirit is saying to try those new things and to be sure to get out of your comfort zone and explore and enjoy the adventures that come your way so that you can find the things that truly do fulfill you. You may not enjoy all of the things, and you don't. The other thing I'm getting with this Devil card is that you do not have to feel bound to new things that you try. If you try something new and you don't like it, you can let go of it. You don't have to be bound to it. So just go ahead and explore without the feeling of being bound to it once you explore it, if that makes sense. Now let's take one card from this deck to see what zodiac sign will be most prominent for you in the month of March. This could be a reflection of your own sign. It could also be a planet too, because there are planets in here. Or it could just be somebody else or the general energy. We have Uranus. So as I said, we have planets in here. So Uranus is going to be really important for you in March. Checking your Uranus placements can also help you, because there might be a significant message there for you from Spirit. But also the general energies of Uranus could be affecting your month of March as well, where it's about like finding that freedom and exploring and bringing out your individuality. I get the sense that you're going to be exploring new things and not feeling like you have to be tied down to those new things. and just freely exploring and yeah, and being free to explore is what I hear. Now let's take one card from this deck to end this reading off. We have Chance. Wow. Allow the sea to wash its chest of wonders ashore. You never know what the tide may bring in. So take a chance on exploring, on trying new things. It could be small things, it could be big things. Obviously take what resonates, and don't feel like you have to be tied down, but just take a chance. Pile number 4, I'm going to end your reading right here. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I really hope you enjoy your month of March and explore and try new things. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when I upload. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another reading. Bye.